Need to get the relations out of your models and write them to Excel. There's a couple ways to do it. We definitely recommend using the table variation of this because it's just more efficient. However, this command is still viable and can be used to this day. So I'm going to put in get append rels is what the command is under model. And by default, it's going to take the active model and write it to a target worksheet. And you do have the ability to kind of specify which type of relations you want to extract. So if we take a look at this model that's here right now, we can see that we just have a couple of lines in this assembly file here. And this does expect a data sheet. So we're going to create a data sheet and we're not going to run it. We're just going to create it as something that is written to. We'll call this rel data. So this is going to create that sheet for us in our Nitro-CELL Workbook. And this is in a specific format that this is going to write to, and you'll understand why here in just a second. So we're going to write this to rel data and say go ahead and do it. And this is going to connect to Creo and extract that information and then write it out to that data sheet. So you can see here it's showing us the name, the fact that this is a relation, and it shows us kind of the lines that are here. Now this is an okay function to run. It's not necessarily the most perfect thing in the world. If we wanted to come in and let's say do front, whoops, fr plate.prt and run that again. Again, this is going to be appending data, so any data that was there prior is going to remain, and then the front plate is just appending there. And then if we did the same thing for, let's say magnet PRT and ran that, then we would of course get any relations that are associated with that model. If we chose a model that didn't have any relations in it, let's say, I'm pretty sure that the backplate does not. Backplate.prt and run that. If there is no data to be written, it's not going to write it. So this is just a function that just can append that information to here. Then you can use normal Excel functionality to kind of work with. However, there is a much more sophisticated function out there. If we take a look at, I think it's relations, yeah. Table model get relations. This function is way more powerful than the get append rels because this will actually write to an Excel table and also include the item name, the item root, and also the type of relation, the line number, and relation text that's there. So if you're going to be working with relations, we definitely recommend that you take a look at the table version of this function.